And just practicing that a couple more times, feeling your eyes relax back into the sockets. Feeling your lower jaw release from your upper jaw. And that upper and lower jaw release can include that audible exhale. Filling up the space with your breath, fogging up the ceiling with your breath. That calming, parasympathetic breath. While you're here, just squeeze each finger pad, each thumb against each finger pad. And you might even wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then at your own pace, just start to rotate your wrists and ankles a few times, each direction, circling, breathing in, breathing out. And then we'll just make some fists with the hands. And as you make fists with the hands, you can curl in the toes. And then if it feels okay for you to reach your arms up overhead, stretching long, and if not, just reach your arms to the side. So just starting as we start to move a little more, I'll just offer the Ganesha Rudra or Ganesha mantra today to help you, assist you in clearing obstacles from your path. Now, with those arms up overhead, just slowly bring your arms to the sides, palms facing up. And then take your time walking your feet into your hips. Slow knee drops side to side. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. If you know the mantra, feel free to sing along. We're going to keep our knees to the right. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Let's slowly bring our knees to center and let our knees drop to the left. Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha. Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha. Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha. Slowly bring your knees back to center. And then choose which side feels best for you to roll to. Go to fetal position. Give yourself a moment to feel your heartbeat, a gentle rhythm, and then you can press down through your palms, bring that heartbeat with you. Slowly come up to seated. We'll just do 2 rounds of Om Ganesha Jai Ganesha. Hands can come together in front of your heart. Ganesha. Any obstacle for yourself, your family, your community, your planet, like assistance in clearing. Ganesha Jai Ganesha. From the heart. Ganesha. Go ahead and place your hands on your knees. We're going to start to just shift from one sit bone to the other. And then you can start to rock forward and back on your sit bones. We're around Om Ganapataye Namaha, spiraling to the right and the left. You choose when you want to switch directions. Focusing on the heart as you're breathing, as you're singing. Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye. One more round. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Back to center when you're ready. Let your hands come together in front of your heart. You're allowing a long exhale out the mouth. From here, we're going to just extend. You're going to lace those fingers, and then we're going to extend those arms out. And as best you can, lock through the elbows. And if you want to just keep your arms in front of you as you interlace and rotate the palms out, great. If interlacing doesn't feel good, just keep the palms facing in. Now, only if it feels good, we're going to inhale, start to raise the arms up, lifting them up so the biceps are in line with the ears, and then just making sure that we can still lock out the elbows. So if you notice when you lift the arms that the elbows want to bend, just don't lift them as high. And then if you did lift the arms, slowly lower them down. And then we're going to switch whatever hand was on top, pressing through the palms, locking out through the elbows. And then we're going to inhale, start to lift those arms up, only if it feels good. And if lifting up, again, does not feel good, just keep the hands, arms in line with your shoulders. Okay, and then from here, we're going to slowly lower those arms down. Release the hands. We're going to do wrist stretch, neck release before we get moving a little bit more. So starting with that right arm, we're going to reach the right arm forward like you're putting at the stop sign. And then we're going to spin the pinky the fingers down, leading from the pinky finger. Take your left hand, your left pinky knuckle, use your left thumb. You're going to press your right pinky knuckle forward as you draw your pinky finger back. Let's slide the shoulders down from the ears, like you're sliding your shoulder blades into your back pocket. And then we're going to move to the ring finger, pressing the ring finger knuckle forward, drawing the finger back. And let's press the middle finger knuckle forward, drawing that right middle finger back. Let's move to the index finger, drawing the index finger knuckle forward, drawing the index finger back. And then we're going to go to the thumb, drawing the thumb gently back and pressing the knuckle forward. Now, maybe those shoulders started to slide up to the ears. Relax them down. As we stay with the thumb a little longer, you start to move your head from side to side. And it might even turn into a yes motion. And you could even move your jaw. And then we're going to just let the head come back to neutral, release the hands. Shake them out like you're shaking water off of them, and we'll go to the second side. So from here, let's press the left palm forward, spin the left fingers down, leading from the pinky finger. Use your right thumb to guide that left pinky knuckle forward. Again, we're going to lower the arms down so the shoulder blades and shoulders can slide down from the ears. We'll move to the ring finger knuckle, pressing the knuckle forward, drawing the finger back. And to the middle finger knuckle, pressing the knuckle forward, finger back. Moving to the index finger knuckle, knuckle forward, finger back. We'll stay with the thumb a little bit longer, pressing the thumb knuckle forward, finger back. We can start to slowly move the head from side to side. You can nod your head in a yes motion, maybe open and close that jaw again. All right, and then once your head comes back to neutral, just release the hands and shake the hands off like you're shaking water off of them again. Okay, so we're gonna come off of any prop that you're seated on, unless you'd like to take a prop and place it underneath your knees. If you put anything for your head underneath you, just set it to the side. We're gonna come to that tabletop position. And from tabletop position, we're gonna try and visit that wrist stretch one more time. So from tabletop, let's spin our left pinky finger in. So your left pinky finger's in, your left thumb is out. And we're gonna just do one at a time today. Now, what you can do while you're breathing here, stretching out that left forearm, is You could squeeze your shoulder blades into the spine and then widen them away from the spine, and try that a few times. You could also try to tuck your toes and bring your hips back towards your heels. And that's going to give you a little more stretch in that left forearm. Just be mindful that the shoulders aren't sliding up towards the ears. Let's do a couple more breaths here, wherever you are, stretching out the forearm. Then we're going to shift forward to that neutral tabletop. You can shake the left hand out again, set the left palm down. Let's go to the other side. So right pinky finger spin out or in, thumb out. You could start with those shoulder blades, squeezing the shoulder blades into the spine and letting them widen. Just massaging your upper back with those shoulder blades. Now we can have the toes tucked, and if it's good on the other side, you could try this side, or maybe it feels okay on this side to bring your hips back towards your heels and stretch out that forearm. Okay, and then let's shift forward into the hands. Rotate your fingertips forward. Okay, let's go into some cat and cow spine. So let's start with cat spine rounding, and then inhale, scooping, lengthening. And so you could stay with this pace, but I'm also going to invite today, if you're feeling like you have a little more energy, you might speed it out. And I encourage, as you're exhaling, to really connect to that that audible exhale, whether you're trying to fog up the mat below you, or you're fogging up the space around you with your breath, right? Just clearing, exhaling out. And if you really feel like you have a lot of energy, you can go even faster. Really finding what's available in your spine. Let's do about 6 more breaths, the pace that feels good for you. When you feel complete with that, we're going to just neutral out the spine, feel the energy moving in your body, and then bring those big toes together, come back towards your heels. Either lower the elbows down to stack the fists. Forehead could go straight down. And if it feels good, stretch out the arms. And today, if you are stretching out the arms for this child's pose, I would try to lift up the center palms so you create like a dome with your hands. And you could take your hands, maybe the pinky finger goes to the outer edge of the mat, maybe the thumb goes to the outer edge of the mat. And feel your forehead, feel your chest soften into the ground, and feel your shoulder blades hug in towards the spine. Okay, we're gonna find our way onto our belly from here. So this could be, depending if it feels good to lower down, tabletop, or if you wanna go to high plank to low, go for it. If that's not feeling good, just bring your knees to the side that feels best, and you're gonna come down onto your belly. Okay, now from here, let's just do some Cobra poses. First, bring your hands outside your chest, squeeze your elbows in and back. Reach your legs long back like you're trying to touch your toes to the wall behind you. Roll your shoulders back, lift up your chest, inhale. Now, as you exhale, keep lifting the belly button away from the mat. Forehead comes to the mat. See if you can take your hands out wider to the outer edges of your mat space, or maybe even off your mat space. See how that feels? We'll try Cobra again. Squeeze your shoulder blades in, peel your belly button off the mat, lift your chest. And it could feel good to take your head from side to side. Now, we're going to come back to center. Lower the forehead down. Bring that left arm just outside the body. So hug your left arm into the body. Your right palm is by your chest. We're going to roll onto our left side. Bend that right knee if you need to get there. So you're laying on your left arm as you come onto your left side. So we can use a little compression. Again, if this does not feel good for the body, you can slide that left arm out from underneath you and maybe just have that left hand outside the hip, or skip this part. Okay, squeezing those legs together, let's come back onto our belly. Flip, switch sides. So we're going to bring our right arm alongside the body, a little compression, squeezing those legs together as you roll to the right, feeling your body weight, gravity, just compression on top of that right arm. Squeeze. Okay, and then from here, we're going to come back onto our belly. Now, One more here on the belly for now. We're going to interlace our fingers behind the back. Just doing this might feel like enough. Others might squeeze the inner legs together. Send your arms back, open your chest. Reaching the backs of the hands to the wall in front of you. Excuse me, behind you, reaching your heart to the wall in front of you. You could squeeze those legs together and float the feet up. Then let's exhale, lower the forehead down. Now yogi's choice, pressing tabletop, high plank, or if that's not feeling good today, just bring your knees to one side, lift up through, I can come up through a fetal position. Okay, now from here, let's tuck our toes, rock back to our feet, come into that ball-like position. We're gonna do a Tadasana from here. First, let's do 3 straightening of the legs. So as you inhale, press your hips to the ceiling, let the top of the head release down, palms on the floor, and then exhale, come into that ball, bending your knees towards your toes. Look forward if that's good on your neck. 2 more, exhale. Just like our cat and cow, this could be slow, this could be quick. How do you feel like moving today? On the 3rd one, stay in Uttanasana for about 3 breaths, which could be our first Padahastasana, sliding those hands underneath the soles of the feet, bringing your toes to your wrist crease. Whichever variation, go ahead and bob your head in a yes motion, and shake your head out side to side. Let's slide those hands out from underneath the feet. Bring your hands up to your hips. Pull your pelvis down from your rib cage. Lift your chest up to standing. We come to that Tadasana position. Scoop the hands up to the heart. Breathe in. Exhale. Fold into the legs. Breathing out. Look forward. We'll come to tabletop position. Walk your hands out underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath hips. Let's inhale. Reach the left arm to the sky for threading the needle. Exhale. Bring your left arm underneath your right armpit. If having your head on the ground feels like too much, just bring that block, something to bring your head up a little bit higher to give that support for your neck and your shoulders. Let's do a couple more breaths here. So as you're threading, you can think of squeezing your shoulder blades together like we did in that rotated arm tabletop. Okay, now just pressing to your right palm slightly. Unthread your left arm. Let's try the other side. Inhale, reach your right arm to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, right arm underneath the left armpit. Breathing out. Have that support under your head if it feels good. And then we just keep drawing those shoulder blades towards the spine. Engaging the back and feeling that stretch. All right, let's press into the left palm. Unthread your right arm. Come to your tabletop. Move any prop to the side. Flying dog is next. Inhale, send your right leg back. Feel your right big toes and pinky toes point down. Step to your right thumb. As you inhale, lift your spine. Yogi's choice. Arms, palms up, reaching forward. If it feels okay, try to touch your finger pad to your shoulders. Okay, and then you're going to just offer the arms forward. Toss the arms back as you fold over your right leg. Just bowing into your right leg, looking at your right toes. Then from here, only if it feels comfortable, thread your right arm inside your right leg. Left hand could pull to hip like you're pulling back on a bow. If reaching the left arm feels towards the sky feels good, try that. Focus could look up if the neck feels good, or down to the earth will help it relax. Left hand's going to lower to the left hamstring. Carve out the space in front of you with your right arm. Reaching up, you might look up towards that right center palm. As you exhale, lead with your right arm. Left arm follows. We're going to frame that right foot. Bring your right foot back. Come to that tabletop. Hips back, heart forward. Could do 4 sets. If you're wanting to a down dog, go to that now. Straighten the legs. Lining the biceps up with the ears. From here, if you went to down dog, let's lower the knees. We're going to go to the second side. Let's send the left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot to your left thumb. As you inhale, lift your spine first. Reaching out to the top of the head, everything else follows. Reaching the palms forward. Just offering, if it feels good. Bend your elbows, touch your finger pads to your shoulders. Notice if your elbows are wanting to go wider than your shoulders. See if you can keep them elbows in line with your shoulders. Okay, then we're going to extend the arms out, toss back, fold over your left leg. Just check out those left toes. Squeeze the shoulder blades in towards the spine. Stay here or thread. Left arm inside that left leg. Pull the right hand back like you're pulling back on the bow and arrow. Reach your right arm up towards the sky if that feels good. Stay or lead with the right hand. Right hand connects to the right hamstring, left arm reaches towards the sky, looking at that left palm if that feels good. We're going to lead with the left hand. Right hand follows. Frame your left foot. Slide your left foot back. Go back to those quick, maybe 4-set cat and cows. Maybe you do one and go to your down dog again. Feeling your breath, inhale and exhale out. Now we're all going to walk our hands back towards our feet wherever you are, tabletop or down dog. Hands back to the feet. Again, hands could stay on the mat, or you could go to that Tadasana, slide those hands underneath feet. Shift forward and back on the ball mounds of your feet, whether you are standing on your hands or not. Bob your head in a yes motion. Shake your head out side to side, releasing any tension there. Okay, from here, we're going to slowly lengthen the spine and roll on up to standing, stacking one vertebra at a time. Let your head come up last. Cool. Okay, from here, what we're going to do is you're going to make fists with your hands, and you're going to put the flat side, only if it's comfortable, put the flat side right up to your temples, okay? And if that's not feeling good, then we're going to bring those flat sides of the hands to the cheeks, okay? And then what we're going to do is you want your big toes to touch, and you want your heels to be about maybe a fist distance apart. Right, so fist, flat part of fist sit, temples or cheekbones, big toes together, maybe the heels are about a fist distance apart. And then what we're going to do, we want to think that shoulder blades hugging in towards the spine again. As we bring the elbows in, maybe they touch, maybe they don't quite yet, and then we're going to open. So just like our cat and cows, find the pace that feels good for you. Maybe it's quick, maybe it's slow. If you feel your neck and shoulders tightening up, I'll just ask you to move a little bit slower. So want to keep the neck, shoulders, jaw relaxed. And then let's try to lock out those knees. So you can press the knees back. And as you do, you might feel the navel draw back. Okay, let's do about 8 more of these. And if you haven't done an audible exhale in a while, try it. For 4, 3, keep those wrists really straight. 2, and 1. Elbows open, let the middle fingers come to the seam of the pants unless it feels better to spin the palms out forward, like a Tadasana pose. From here, we're going to bring our hands together in front of your heart. Turn towards the long side of your mat and separate your feet. We'll go into some warrior twos and some side angle stretches. All right, from here, let's just start with the feet pivoting. If the hands at the sternum feels best, excellent. If you want more power pose, hands on the hips. We start with the right heel, spinning the right heel in, the toes out, bending the right knee, and then we're going to straighten the right knee. Spin the right heel in, right toes in, right heel out. Spin the left heel in, left toes out, bending into the left knee. So we're going to just do a little bit of weight shifting. We're going to do 2 more sets of this. If you enjoyed that Ganesha mantra, you could repeat it. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha, Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha. Okay, we're going to keep, after that 3rd set, we're going to keep our right toes out. We're going to bend into that right knee, glance at that right knee's over the ankle, and let's go to our side angle, which is supported side angle, Pashimo, bringing that right forearm to thigh. Rather than collapsing into the leg, press down into the thigh to lift your rib cage up. Just like we did on our knees, you could reach your right arm down inside that right leg, squeezing the right arm and right leg together. What we want to feel is that the shoulder, the spaces between the bone sockets, right? Like the shoulder and the elbow and the wrist get a little more space by the squeeze rather than tensing up. So feel for the space. Left arm could reach up, or left arm could just slide behind the back, try to touch your right hip with your left fingertips. We breathe. All right, from here, as you lift your spine up, you could bend your right elbow, maybe your right fingertips touch your right shoulder, maybe just the elbow lifts towards the sky. You could hold the back of your head or carve out that space, extending the right arm. Press through the feet as you draw your hands together to heart or power pose hips as you spin your right toes in, right heel out. Second side, warrior two legs, supported Pashimo, bending your left elbow, left arm to side. Think of how you could lift, and it doesn't just have to be by pressing into the forearm. It could be by activating the legs more, lifting up the inner thighs. Your left arm could reach inside your left leg. And let's do that squeeze again. So as we're squeezing the left arm, left leg together, feel for space in the shoulder, in the elbow, in the wrist. Okay, right arm could reach up, or it could feel best to just dive that right arm behind the back, right fingertips touch the left hip. Shoulder blades are drawing together. As you start to rise up, those left fingertips could come to the left shoulder, lifting your spine. Your left elbow could point to the sky. You could support the back of your head with your left hand. You could reach your left arm to the sky, looking towards that left center palm, carving out that space in front of you. How can you continue to create more length in your side body? As you exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart or power pose, hands to hips. Let's fold forward for our first Prasarita A. Elbows could pull back like you're holding that beach ball, and then fold. Make sure you have enough space to fold in front of you. You could bring your heels all the way to the back edge of the mat. Okay, now from here, we're gonna just bend one knee, keep one leg straight, shifting from side to side. If you enjoyed that spinning of the hands that we did, of spinning the pinky fingers in, the thumbs out, you could do that again here as we go side to side, if that feels good. We are going to walk to the right side for another flow. Walking to that right foot when you're ready. Spin your fingers forward if you did spin them back. We're going to walk over to that right foot. Find that lunge. Now, we're going to do a little balance here in crescent. If you'd rather kind of keep it on the ground today, you could lower your left knee. We're going to inhale, lift up our spine. So inhale, lifting the spine. As you lift the spine, you might lift up the left knee. So a little Kriya here for those heart channels. What you're going to do, you're going to do it very gently, or you could keep it active. It's like you are scooping up water. Now, if reaching the hands to touch the back of the shoulders feels like too much today, see if you can at least touch your fingers, tap your fingers to your collarbones. But we want to have a little bit of an intensity, like you're actually scooping up something, water, sand, not too heavy, something that has a lightness to it. And I encourage you, as you exhale out, you can purse your lips and just almost like you're blowing into a balloon. Now, if you want to activate the legs a little more, you could, we'll just do 3 of these, tap the left knee down. A lift, or 2. Good, now we're gonna go to pyramid legs, okay? Push off your left foot, step your left foot in a step or 2, let your left toes rotate down, so we get to stretch those legs out. Now, lifting the spine, if your shoulders are ready to go there, bring the flat part of your fists together behind your back. It could be finger pads, it could be reverse prayer palms. If it's feeling all right for the shoulders and elbows, slide those hands up between the shoulder blades. Use your pinkies to lift the back of your heart up, and then we exhale, fold into that right leg, pyramid leg. Try to touch your nose to your knee and your forehead to your shin. If they're not touching yet, bend your right knee. See if you can get them to touch. Sometimes by bending that right knee, we're able to walk the hands further up. If you are not binding behind your back, hands could be on the ground. You could try reaching one hand to that left hamstring and then the other if you want to do some sort of reach back with the arms, but definitely not required. And then take your time pressing through the 4 corners of your feet. We're going to inhale, lift up the spine, rising up to standing. Step the left foot forward. We're going to reach the arms up. Breathe in. Exhale, draw to your heart. And then let's step the left foot back. We're going to go through a Prasarita A again. So we're going to turn towards the lungs. Once again, slide your hands back. Like you're opening your whole yin, which is your front body, to the sky, to the sun, which is yang. Exhale, fold forward, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Again, you could do that shifting from side to side. Again, you might spin your pinky fingers in, your thumbs out as we prepare to walk to that left foot for that Kriya second side. All right, we're gonna walk over to that left foot to find lunge. Swing your left toes out, left heel in, strong lunge in the legs, or lower your right knee down for a little more supportive. Inhale, lift your spine up. Feel that stance in your legs, and we're gonna start to move the arms. Scooping up whatever you're scooping up. It could be also you're scooping up something to toss it away or toss it behind you. Like, don't need that moving forward. And again, you can breathe like you're breathing into a balloon. Adding one more element here as you exhale out. Those of you that know Kapalabhati, breath of fire, you could feel that belly pump back to the spine. Now we'll add those 3 knee bends if you're wanting to lift and lower that knee. So we're going to exhale, bend, inhale, lift. At the pace that feels best for you. You can definitely go slower or quicker than my voice. Okay, now once you've lifted, let's step to pyramid leg. Push off your right foot, straightening both legs. Both feet are on the outside edge of the mat. Reverse prayer, fists together, or we just exhale, fold forward into that left leg. All right. You could slide those hands up your back, or bring those hands to the ground if that's too much. Again, if you want to, any extension back with the arms, touch one hamstring and then the other. All right. Feel if you can get your nose to your knee, your forehead to your shin. We do a couple more breaths here. And then we're going to inhale, lift up the spine. Hands could stay behind the back if they're there. Rise up, pressing through the 4 corners of your feet. Let's step the right foot up to meet the left. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Just feel like you could draw that sun energy into your heart, through your body, on a cellular level. And then we're going to turn to face whatever side you need to do some eagle legs, which might also be eagle arms. Feet together. Let's go ahead and sit down into our chair. Exhale, bending down. Inhale, lift up your spine, which could mean those cactus arms. Step into your right foot, peel off your left. Left leg could lift. Balance is feeling a little wobbly today. Just straighten that right leg, keeping the left cross, and then we can go into crossing the right arm over the left, holding the shoulder blades if that's too much for the shoulders today. Breathe into the heart. Sitaram, Sitaram. I awaken my heart, the deepest part of my heart. Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram. You could exhale forward into that left leg, bowing into yourself. Body for waking up again today. Inhale, lift up your chest, uncross the legs, uncross the arms. Close your eyes if you want more of a challenge. We inhale, lift the heels up, breathe in. Exhale, lower as the heels touch down. Let's go to our second chair. Lift up to cactus if you'd like. Step into your right foot and cross the left leg over. And straighten up that leg, right leg. It's right leg actually, isn't it? We're on our left. Yes. Okay, crossing the left arm over the right. You can hold your shoulder blades. And then again, maybe you bow into yourself, sense of gratitude. We're going to inhale, we can lift up our spine, uncross the legs, come to standing Tadasana Pose. We can from here again, closing the eyes, lift the heels up, breathe in. And then exhale, lower down. Let's bring our hands together in front of the heart. Let's come towards the front of the mat. We're going to take a flow down from the front of our mat. When you're ready, on your next inhale, arms could reach up or you could open to cactus. Breathe in. Let's exhale, fold palms together, drawing that heart energy in, breathing out. All right, tabletop or high plank. We're gonna come back, sending those legs back. We're lowering down onto the shins. Okay, if you need to swing your legs to one side to come down onto your belly, go for it, or we'll try that high plank to low as you lower. Think of squeezing your thumb and index fingers together and your shoulder blade. So inner body hugs in. Now we're gonna just do a leg extension, that same balance we did earlier. Line up your left arm with the left side of the body. We're gonna press into that right palm. We're gonna roll onto the left side, so the left side of your body's laying on your left arm if that's comfortable. We can try balance from here. One could be just lifting that right hand off the mat. Two could be with the legs, bending the right knee to tree, extending up. Three could be extending your right arm and your right leg. Keep pressing down through the left side body into the mat. Any extension you did, let's come to tree pose, legs. Bring your right foot to your left inner thigh. Let's slowly roll onto our belly. Bring our hands outside our chest, or like earlier, if it felt good to bring those hands outside the mat, go for it. Squeezing your right foot, left leg together, belly button and chest lifts. And then we're gonna roll to the right side. Exhale, lower down, send your right leg back, right arm in line with the body, roll onto your right side. Feel that sense of gravity and that squeeze moving down to the mat. Try that balance. Again, could be starting with just lifting the left arm up. You could also try lifting, extending your left leg up. Whenever you do an extension, keeping it grounded to the earth, pressing down to the right side. You could also try lifting up your left arm with that left leg. Breathing. We're going to come back to tree legs. So left hand to the ground, left foot to the right inner thigh. Roll back onto your belly. Hands outside the chest or hands outside the mat. Squeeze your right thigh and left foot together. Belly button keeps lifting right from the mat. Shoulder blades draw in. And then let's exhale, send the left leg back, forehead down. Let's interlace the fingers behind the back once more. If you remember which hand was on top, let's switch it. From here, send your arms back, lift up your chest, breathe in. Exhale, fold. We're gonna find our way onto our back. So if for cueing, it's okay just to roll onto your right side. You can swing those legs to come up through a fetal or tuck your toes, press up to your high plank, come back into your down dog or child's pose. That transition that feels best for you. We're gonna find our way onto our seat next. Or we come onto our back. We're gonna do one more little heart stretch, little transition stretch. This is actually the heart meridian stretch, which is really good for stretching out the inner and outer arms and the 5 element stretches. So we're gonna start with the palms facing up. Squeeze your knees in. You're gonna bring the backs of your wrists to your knees. We're gonna just do 3 breaths for each. So from here, go ahead and press your knees and your backs of your hands together. Yeah, you could already be on your back or this is just a transition to get you onto your back. So from here, squeezing your hands, your knees and the backs of your hands together, breathe in, and then let's exhale, press our knees into the backs of the hands. You'll start to kind of go forward. We want to keep our shoulder blades squeezing in. We are going to do a variation with the palms facing down as well. Then from here, you're going to use the backs of the hands, draw your knees in. Yeah, so this one could totally be done laying on your back if sitting up does not feel good. Sometimes that gravity support is going to feel better. Bring that arm that is closest to you in front. Use your hands, draw the knees in, breathe in. And then we're going to exhale, press the knees into the hands. It could feel good to bring your chin to your chest. That neck release, that might not feel good, depending how your shoulders are feeling. Okay, we're gonna use the backs of the hands to bring the knees up, uncross those arms, extend your legs out. When you do that leg extension, you can feel the backs of the legs gently bounce against the floor, and then we're gonna switch, crossing the opposite leg in front. For this one, we're gonna have our palms facing down. So you're gonna bring your inner wrists to your knees. Doesn't matter which hand's in front, we'll switch it. So we're gonna gently pull the knees in and then gently press the knees, whether it's into your inner wrist or your palms. Sometimes it's easier to grasp with the palms. We'll feel the shoulders slide down from the ears. Breathe. After the third one, let's inhale. Draw the knees together with the hands helping. Bring the arm that's closest to you in front. We breathe in, and then we're going to exhale, breathe out. Press the knees and the hands together. Just going to the point with those knees that you could still draw your shoulder blades into the spine. And then when you're ready, use your hands or just the knees to bring the knees together. Release the hands, shake those hands out. You can bounce the backs of the legs onto the floor. Now we'll go all the way down onto the back. As you arrive onto your back, again, you could roll to one side. Just the camera just a little bit. You could roll to one side or just roll straight back one vertebra at a time. Good. Okay, so from here, start with your knees bent, feet flat on the ground. Okay. Now, hands, thumbs can just be outside the hips, or it could feel nice to slide the hands behind you. So like we were laying arms, we rolled from one side to the other. This could also feel good to just create that compression. Okay, we're gonna just do some movement with the leg. Here, we're gonna keep the back of the head relaxed down today, so we release any tension in the neck and shoulders. So let's exhale, float our feet up off the mat. Go ahead and try to have your feet, your heels in line with your knees as best you can. You can kind of eyeball it, but then what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend the left leg straight, keep the right knee bent. That's an inhale, and then we exhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, extend the right leg. Inhale, knees come back to center. Exhale, we alternate, extend. Inhale, both knees bent. Exhale, extend. So that same breath we did when we were tossing the arms, you could bring it back in here again. It doesn't matter if the exhale happens on the extension or the flexion. Feel which feels better for your body today. What we do want to feel is the lower back continues to widen on the mat as neck and shoulders relax. One more each side. Okay, keep the knees bent. You can rock, keep the feet hovering, or you might bring the feet on the ground and let the knees windshield wiper knees. Probably vary how you have your arms placed for this today, which one feels better. Okay, then we're gonna go into some small leg circles. So you're gonna float the feet off the mat, extend the legs up, squeeze those legs together. Your choice. If now we were rotating the big toes in earlier, now we're gonna rotate the heels in, let the big toes be about a fist distance apart. Your choice if you want to extend the toes flexing or extend the toes pointing. As you zip up the inner leg, you're gonna do small circle about the size of your belly button, circling the legs, exhale down, inhale up to the right, and then circling to the left. Exhale down, inhale up. And then just keep alternating. Exhale down, inhale up. So you're tracing about the size of your navel on the ceiling with your toes. And we can try and trace that same amount on your mat with your sacrum. And if you feel like if you have your arms underneath you and you feel like your arms are getting numb, you could keep them there, or you might slide your hands out from under you, whatever feels better. Let's do 2 more sets here, each direction. And then of course, when you're ready, you can either bend the knees, keep the feet hovering off the mat, or it might feel better, especially if it was getting into your hip flexors at all, to bring the feet down to the ground and windshield wiper the knees side to side. Now, if you have your hands still underneath your back, go ahead and slide them out. Feel all that blood flow circulation move down into the hands now. You might even need to shake the hands out. Keep the hands underneath your back. 3 options: rolling to fetal position. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest to tuck the chin in to roll up. Or those of you that are wanting to do roll up, extend your legs out. If moving the arms, passing hands to the forward, arms going back is not feeling good for the shoulders, you could bring the hands back behind the head. So your choice on that. It just can be a little more challenging. So you're gonna breathe in, and then you're gonna exhale, curl up. Oh, I haven't done that one in a while. You can do 3 more if you'd like to. And then when you feel complete, just stay up to seated. Okay. Let's take those feet mat distance. We're going to just do 6 sets of saw. Have your 10 toes pointing up towards the sky. Now, depending how lifting the arms is feeling today, you can keep just extending those arms down to the ground. And you're going to just pass the arms from one side to the other, feeling the shoulder blades continue to draw in towards the spine. If it feels good to lift the arms, extend the arms out along the legs. Keep pulling those shoulder blades back and together. We bring the right pinky finger to left pinky toe as left thumb rotates down. As that right hand connects to the right foot, we want to squeeze the right hand, back of hand and right back of hand and left foot together. Squeeze your shoulder blades together to inhale, lift up your spine, breathe in. Then let's exhale, cross the left hand to right pinky toe. Right thumbs down, now squeeze the arm and foot together, shoulder blades together. Untwist. Okay, we've got our 5 more sets at your own pace here. What I would encourage as you're twisting here to let it be less about the arm movement, but let the initiation of the movement start from your spine. So that wringing out the spine moves the arms, and then there's that squeeze at the very top between the shoulder blades, arm and leg. If you enjoyed that Ganesha mantra again, you could bring it in. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha. Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha. You might do 1 or 2 more each side wherever you are with your twisting. And we're going to come to seated. Extend those arms down. Okay, we're going to come back onto our belly. Grab 1 or 2 blocks. We're going to do supported sphinx. So finding your way onto your belly with those 1 or 2 blocks, we're going to just do a little bit of traction for the shoulders and the arms. And then we'll do some leg lifts, just a little bit more for the core. So with the blocks, again, you can bring your thumbs and index fingers to frame the block, and you'll squeeze in with the thumbs and index fingers. You could also take that block and bring it between your elbows and squeeze in, or you could do both, hands and elbows. But bringing those forearms down onto the ground, extending your legs back. And then let's just breathe here, spreading those fingers and toes, lifting the belly button up. Okay, everyone feels okay here? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. All right. Now from here, let's just do 2 sets of this. So the left leg is going to reach a little bit longer. You're going to flex the left foot. You're going to squeeze your left heel to your left sit bone or left glute 3 times. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, extend the belly's button, still lifting, lower the left leg down. Send your right leg back, reach long through the toes. Keep pressing through your palms, flex your right foot. Squeeze your right heel to your right glute. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, extend, and set the right leg down. Just notice if the legs went wider than the hips. Just walk the legs closer into the center line. We do 1 more each side. Send your left leg back. Flex the left toes. Squeeze the left heel in. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, extend. Lower it down. Right leg extends. Belly is lifted. Flexing the toes. Squeeze the right heel in. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, extend, and exhale. Now we're going to just do some alternate lifting just for 6. We're going to send the left leg long, lift it up as high as it feels comfortable, set it down. Right leg reaches long, lift it up, set it down. So we'll do for 4, reaching the right leg 3 and lift, and left leg 2 and lift, and right leg 1 and lift. Now, either stay here if it feels okay, if you need to rest down on your forehead, remove the arms. You could try to press into your palms if you have a block, squeeze the inner elbows into the block, and try to keep the inner elbows facing in. If you did lift up the elbows, Keep squeezing in. Feel like your collarbones and your heart could move forward. And you might even try to walk your hips towards your elbows. If you can lift your chest up a little more, you could try to lift those elbows and block up if you're using it a little bit more. Leg goes side to side. Okay, let's come back to center. Lower the elbows down. Okay, move the blocks to the side and let's rest for a moment on the mat. Hands underneath the forehead. Cactus arms. Elbows out to the side. Or, again, if it feels better for your shoulders, reach those arms back. Since we're here, I'll bring this one in, but again, if you just want to stay here and breathe, maybe switch your head from side to side, do. But offering, you could lift up your left hip, slide your left arm underneath your body, bring your left ilium, right left front of pelvis bone, in between your two forearm bones. Create a little compression. If you would like to try both arms, lift up your right hip. Slide your right arm underneath your body, lining up your right ilium between your two forearm bones. If you are going here and this feels good, you can keep your chin on the ground, forehead. Again, those leg lifts we just did in Sphinx. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift up, alternating one leg and then the other, reaching long. And then maybe you try to lift up both legs. It's going to create some more compression to stretch out those arms a little bit more. Lower the legs down if you lifted them. Lift the hips up to slide the hands out if you brought them underneath you. Wag your tail from side to side, whatever variation you practice. Okay. All right, and then we're going to think about coming up to standing just for one more flow. So if you would like to go to fetal side, bring your legs to a side, hands outside the chest. You're straightening those arms, squeeze the shoulder blades in, pressing the tabletop or high plank, and then come back to your down dog. Okay, we're gonna just try one more standing flow, whichever feels best. Today, we're gonna go through some crescents again. Let's inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky, breathe in. Exhale, look forward, step your right foot to your right thumb, breathing out. As you inhale, lift your spine up. If you want to do another toss here, great. Toss the arms. All right. From here, we're going to go to sun eagle. So you've got that left foot back behind you. When you're ready, you're going to push off your left foot and swing your left leg around your right. Coming forward into that standing balance. Eagle pose. Give yourself a hug. Right arm can go on top of the left. Now, if you'd like to try warrior three, we'll do that toss with the arms, just like we did at the beginning. This time you might add that left leg extension. Now, that threading the arm. That threading the arm is the arms you take us into half moon. So if you want to go into stacking your left hip on top of right, great. With that bow-like arm or extending your left arm towards the sky. To come out of it, we're going to step back into warrior two. So however you need to get there, step your left foot back and left hand and left hamstring connect. Right fingertips and shoulders could touch. You don't even have to lift that right elbow. If you want to, go for it to get that side stretch and maybe extend that right arm up towards the sky. Okay, we're gonna do that same flow second side. So we frame the right foot, come onto the ball mound of your left. You'll go to tabletop or come straight back to your down dog. So that's going to be our pass through to go to the second side. So lifting the left leg up, inhale. See the left toes pointing down. Exhale, step forward. Lift the spine up. Once the spine is lifted, you can do that toss. Exhale out. When you're ready, feel that power underneath your legs. Push off your right foot. Cross your right leg over your left. And you could just give yourself a little hug if you want to with those arms. Arm on top of the right. Warrior three if you got it. Send those arms back, right, like you're flying. Right leg presses back like an anchor. Your left arm could go inside your left leg. Pull that right hand back like you're pulling on a bow. If you're going to that half moon, right arm can reach up towards the sky. When you're ready to come out of it, however you're going to, step back into 2. Just the hips if you're still in eagle, okay? And then let's bring the left fingertips to left shoulder, touching the edges of that heart meridian at the shoulder. Left elbow could point to the sky. Right hamstring could press into right hand. Left arm could reach towards the sky. Okay, and then let's lead with the left arm. Right arm follows. Spinning onto the ball mound of your right foot. Step back to tabletop or step back to down dog. Take out your head wherever you are. Seated Baddha Konasana is next. So looking forward, if you want to take that hop through to seated. We can bring our soles of our feet together. Let our knees come apart. Okay. Okay. Okay, soles of the feet together, knees apart. Now for this, if you want to get any sort of arm stretch, I'm going to drop the camera down. So we're in seated poses so you can see a little better. All right. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. And if you want to get that stretch in the arms again, if you're feeling you'd like more stretch there, you could place your outer ankle into your center palm, which is said to be the mind point, to help kind of clear out clutter in the mind. You're going to cup your outer ankles with your hands, right? And then what you would do is just let your knees drop. You would pull your elbows back. You would feel your chest move forward. And of course, if having this hand position does not feel good, hold the front of your knees, push your shins into your hands, push your knees into your hands. Your choice of keeping the spine lifted or folding into the leg. Breathing into those inner thighs. It could feel soothing to rock from side to side. Massaging out your glutes. And we're going to try a leg extension from seated today, just a little more grounding balance. So when you're ready, inhale, lift up your spine. 2 options. 1, you could bring your right heel to your left sit bone, or you could do like that half Virasana leg. We haven't went to full Virasana, but if your body's feeling warm enough to go there, great. I'm going to bring my right heel to my left sit bone. Okay, and then what we're going to do, if you need strap, go ahead and grab it. We're going to grab our left foot. If you know that maybe you want to grab your calf or your ankle, that works too. But we're going to extend the left leg out in front of us. And then once you do that extension, I would try to rock forward towards the front of the sit bones, even if that means holding onto the calf or holding onto the hamstring instead of extending the legs. And then we can take that left leg out to the side. Now, as you do, feel your heart and your pelvis moving forward, which might mean that that left leg needs to lower, and that's okay. Now, we can bring that left leg forward. And then if you'd like to, that practice that we did in pyramid leg, you could bring your nose to your knee, your forehead to your shin. And then try to set that leg down. And then we're going to go to the other side. So we're going to bring our left heel to our right hip, or go into that half Virasana. And then from here, we can hold on to the right foot, right calf, or right hamstring, and extend the right leg out. And once you have your leg extended, you could press the right leg down to come forward towards your sit bones a little bit more. All right, and then we can hold on to that foot, calf, or hamstring, and bring that right leg out to the side. So that sense of balance. Then we can bring that right leg forward. See if you can bring your nose to your knee, your forehead to your shin, just hugging the upper and lower body together. Then inhale, lift your spine, and then as gracefully, let's lower the legs down. Let's extend the legs out for a Pashimo Tanasana. So the 10 toes are lifted. Pull your skin away from your sit bones. We'll have those two options for placement of the hands. Lift your spine, start to fold into your legs. You might use your hands to massage out your legs. And you can reach over the tops of the feet. And it might feel better for the wrists to hold the pinky side of foot. So whatever feels good. Head could release down to the shins, or you could look past your toes. And that soothing rock like we did in Baddha Konasana could feel really nice here. Inhale, maybe purse the lips and exhale out. Okay, we've got bridge, hero pose, some twisting, optional inversion next. So we're going to inhale, lift up the spine, slide your hips towards your feet, and then we're going to come back onto our back. Again, if you need to roll to a side to get there, go for it. If you enjoyed having your arms underneath your body, palms down. Great. We'll go to bridge, step into the four corners of the feet. Feel the pelvis start to lift. Now that feeling that you felt in that Sphinx arm, or maybe you had a block between your thumbs and index fingers, or a block between the elbows, invite that same sensation here in your bridge. And then take your time massaging the back down, upper spine, middle spine to lower. Breathe into your back once you arrive. Your choice to return to Baddha Konasana for Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees apart, a hand at heart, a hand at belly, or second round of bridge, which feels best for your practice in this moment. Okay, once you've come down from bridge, again, hands can come to the outer knees and bring them together if you're in Baddha Konasana. Your choice, fetal rocking up, or you could try that roll up again. Reaching forward, let's go to our Virasana with or without blocks. We'll bring our knees together, let our feet go outside the hips. If you're sitting on blocks or a pillow, something under your seat if you need it. You could also do your rolled up yoga mat. Bring your knees together, let your feet go outside your hips. Feel your tailbone relax down over the blocks. Okay. Couple options here. Few options actually. One, you could repeat from the beginning, the interlacing the fingers, pressing the palms away, locking out the elbows. Maybe the arms lift, maybe they don't. Switching the index finger, pressing out, locking the elbows. Maybe the arms lift, maybe they don't. Right? It could be more stillness, pinky side of hand on legs, or if you're wanting to recline back in your Virasana, start to reach the fingertips back behind the toes. See if the palms want to flatten. Lock out the elbows if you're in this position. Otherwise, lift up your pelvis, bend your pelvis to your knees, tailbone towards your knees. You can come to your forearms and maybe the head goes back, and if and only if the knees stay down, come back further. Think of lifting from your sternum, your heart. You can use your hands connecting to your legs, Just come on up to seated. Take your time coming out of this Shavasana, sliding that block out from underneath you. You can wag your feet side to side, moving your tail, lower spine, eventually probably swinging those legs around to one side or crossing the ankles. So if you're wanting to do like a shoulder stand or supported shoulder stand, now could be a good time. Maybe you're wanting to just support the upper back and bring those blocks in. One block on the second level, one block on the third level, coming into more of like a reclined mountain pose. So wherever you are, whether the legs are extended or you are reclined, we're going to just try that twist, that hip stretch here. So if your legs are extended, or if you're in shoulder stand supported, go ahead and cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. To stay here, and you can do this if you're in mountain too, to stay here. If you're in mountain, step your left foot off the left side of your mat, drop your knees to the right. If you are not in that mountain, just try to float your left foot off of the mat. We've got some intuitive variations today. Which one intuitively feels better for your body? And then let's inhale the legs back to center. We'll uncross the right leg. Left leg crosses over right, like more traditional reclined pigeon. Floating the right foot off the mat or stepping the right foot off the outer edge of the mat. You could let your knees drop over to the left. If you're on the props, they might try to shift, so adjust them however you need. And then let's slide the left ankle off of the right thigh as you come back to center. If you are in that supported mountain, this could feel like a really great option to come into your Shavasana. Or maybe you're wanting to connect to the ground a little bit more. So if that's the case, just roll to one side and slide those props out from underneath you. And if you're wanting to stay with that theme of calming the nervous system a little bit more, you might place something, a pillow, a blanket over your torso. Feel that sense of gravity, that sense of grounding. As you come into Shavasana, say the mantra for the heart, Ram Ram Sita Ram, or Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Clean the dust off the heart as you rest. Bringing your awareness to the center of your heart. Inhale, gentle exhale there. You're ready, try breathing out the mouth. Back to the heart, Sitaram, Sitaram. Feeling the rhythm of your heart as you inhale and you exhale. Breathe into your heart. You might stretch, let the knees bend, move side to side, slowly roll to the side. Gratitude for the practice, gratitude for your heart, gratitude for another opportunity to experience life. We're still here, so we must still have something to give. Slowly coming up. If you want to practice that Sita Ram, you're welcome to. Just one more round. It's just Sita and Ram. Or just place your hands together in front of your heart. Feel your breath. For sharing your practice. Namaste.